Welcome to RED Red, Relevant Entertaining Dynamic. I'm Michelle Barone, your host, here with my favorite friend, Harriet Stubbs, your co-host. Thank you so much for joining us. And today, this episode is sponsored by J'adore Fine Jewelry. Visit j'adorefinejewelry.com. I have a very special guest today.
We're very excited.
We are very, very excited. Please welcome Christina Flach, CEO of Pretty Girl Makeup and celebrity makeup artist. Thank you so much for joining us.
Wow. Hi, thank you for having me. Aren't you guys so nice and cute today?
We're so excited to be here. You know, I couldn't wait to get on this interview.
I'm excited to be here too.
We couldn't wait to get on this interview. You've done makeup for so many people, and you are an icon in the industry. I just want to learn a little bit about what it's like to be a makeup artist and who you've worked with.
That is a lot of question right there. I have worked with Gucci, Louis Vuitton. I've worked with all the networks, Condoleezza Rice, Rita Moreno, Hilary Swank, Tyler Florence, Bobby Flay, Journey, Metallica. There's a long list, and I'm so grateful to all the different people that I've been blessed to work with. It's been so fun. It's the greatest job. I get to travel and meet new people all the time and do what I love doing. I love making people look like the best versions of themselves. And so I'm lucky enough that I get to do that and get paid well. So I am a very, very lucky woman.
Good for you. I know. Imagine working with Journey. Oh, just Journey, Metallica, and yeah, all the networks. I know. Recently you worked on the Super Bowl, I've heard, right?
I did. I went and worked with Nickelodeon and the NFL. For 2 days during Super Bowl week, and that was a lot of fun. I had the guy from Poison, Bret Michaels, Mia B, Young Dylan, and a bunch of different NFL players. So that was really a lot of fun.
That is amazing. The product looks awesome. Your product line looks awesome. What kind of did you go through getting the products that you wanted? You know, you just talked a little bit about it, but what were some of the challenges you faced?
And I've actually had the brand since 1999, and I'm starting a new. Yes.
Wow. This is a huge accomplishment for you. That's amazing.
I'm actually starting a new brand called I'm Too Busy, and I'm really excited about it because I feel that as women, there are so many brands out there that have so many products that we don't need. You just really need the basic things. And when we're too busy, it can be really overwhelming to think, oh, I need, to do all these different products. So I just want there to be the basic things of concealer, foundation, shadows, something for your brows, something for your lips and your cheeks, and go on with your day.
Oh my God, I love that.
That sounds incredible.
I can't, actually, we were just battling with this before we got on. We were talking about, she's like, did you bring your eyeliner? I'm like, and we have another co-host in the building, and she was rummaging through her whole bag, and she was like, that's the only thing I forgot. So that kit, we needed that today.
Yeah, we did.
We actually really needed that today.
It's true. I mean, just think about how many times you go to a department store, to a makeup counter, and they're trying to sell you 1 million products because that's what they are. They're salespeople. They're not makeup artists. So the difference with my brand is that I actually am a makeup artist. That is, I work all the time. And so I'm not trying, of course I'm trying to sell products, but I want my customers to feel confident in me that I'm trying to sell them something that they need as opposed to just selling something. Because how are you going to trust my brand or me if I'm just trying to sell you a bunch of things you don't need? Because when I come out with a new product, you're not going to have confidence in me because I sold you something that you actually aren't using and you didn't need.
That's true.
Yeah, long-term business makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and that happens a lot. I feel like a lot of times you're sold something, like you said, don't use it, you go back and then you're like, oh, I don't really want this, I don't want the next thing. And you don't really know why, but that is why. And that's a good point.
Because you don't know how to use it. And, I think, women don't have an hour to do their makeup. I mean, I can get my makeup done in 5 minutes. I mean, obviously I know what I'm doing and I do it quickly and efficiently, but that's the other thing. Like we have videos up that are going to show you how to use your makeup that's appropriate for your skin and to make you look like the best version of you. Because just because you see something on Instagram or TikTok, it's not always appropriate for the everyday woman that is going out there being a CEO or a nurse or a mom or whatever it is that you're doing. You don't have time for all this contouring and baking and everything else. I mean, it's super entertaining and fun to watch, but it's not realistic. I don't ever do that type of makeup on a photo shoot. I've worked with Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Fox, Food Network, and none of that happens in real life. That's like Pretendville.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Absolutely right. Well, when is I'm Too Busy coming out?
It is coming out this year. So we are in the midst of, and I have been self-funded with Pretty Girl all these years. And at this point in the environment of how makeup is sold, it is impossible to compete with these influencers and celebrities that have their own lines. It's impossible. My American Express can only go so far. So we are getting investors that are going to be able to let us compete at a really high level. And I'm really excited about that.
Congratulations. Yeah. And so bold for you to make such a big move into a new kit that's so useful, especially for busy women,
Yeah. I have no longer than 4 minutes to do my makeup. That's it. Yeah.
Exactly. And when you're done, you don't have but 1 second to touch it up, no. Throughout the day. Now, I just have one question about Pretty Girl and what you were set out to do. Does your lip gloss work? Did you fix the problem?
Wow.
Okay.
I did fix the problem. It took me over a year to formulate, but yes, I did. It is very long lasting. It is anti-aging. It's hydrating. It's moisturizing. It lasts a long time. I don't think that, my whole problem was with the matte lipsticks that tell you, they'll last for 12 hours. They're incredibly drying and harmful. They just damage the skin. And honestly, you don't have 3 seconds to put on some lip gloss, touch it up. It's not a lot that you have to touch it up, but it doesn't take that long to do.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Well,
congratulations. Outweigh having to reapply is, I guess, what I'm trying to convey. I don't think having a long lasting drying matte lip is going to be that attractive on your lips.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it gets crusty on the inner lip. I hate that. Because then you're talking to someone and they're just staring at your lips. Yeah. And you're like, is there something wrong? I mean, I have lip gloss on, but then you look at yourself and you're like, Jesus, what happened here? You
want them to be focused on what you're speaking about as opposed to your dehydrated, flaky, dried out lips. Believe me, I've had those conversations and it's like, please, you're pretending it's not happening, but it is.
It's so funny you said that because last week, I wear red a lot. The show is called Red. I wear a red lip all the time. This is probably one of the first times I'm not wearing a red lip, but I wear a red lip all the time. And at 2 o'clock, it looks terrible. But by, at the end of the day, and I go in and, I'm set up for a meeting and I'm just like, oh God, I look in the mirror at 5 o'clock. I'm like, I just look like crap for the last 3 hours. But now I won't because I'm going to have Pretty Girl.
I know that feeling. And, to get a long lasting, your lips to last the longest, I like to put on a nice hydrating lip balm. You can outline your lips. You can fill in your lips because then they're nicely stained and then add a lipstick or a lip gloss and it will last considerably longer.
Absolutely. I want to talk more about the entrepreneur side because I know people are interested in that. Who were some of the people that helped you along the way and your biggest discoveries? 20 years in the making is a long time. Wow. You've probably learned a ton. One thing that you mentioned earlier was that you needed funding and to go compete with those bigger influencers. It's absolutely true. What else have you learned that you can kind of pass off to other entrepreneurs, either in makeup or, just in business?
That's a great question. I think asking for help. There are so many people out there. I am so blessed to work with all these incredible different CEOs and celebrities that have multiple businesses. So I get to pick their brain. It's like the gift with purchase of my job. Tyler Florence, who's a celebrity chef and been my client for over 16 years, is a very big influence on my career and just a lot of my business decisions. He always tells me to just, work as hard as you can and not give up and ask for help. People are so kind. I mean, I've had people that just help me And all you have to do is ask. And a lot of times people are embarrassed or think, oh, I'm annoying someone. But honestly, I am happy to help other people with their businesses. And it's kind of like your rite of passage. Once you become a CEO and your company's doing well, it's kind of the right thing. I don't know. I just think you have to give back to just like all the people that helped me with the experiences I've had. And I think it's an honor to me, honestly, when someone asks me for help. And I have no problem asking anyone, hey, what do you think about this? And it's so interesting to hear different people's perspectives on running a business.
You know what? That just gave me goosebumps, because asking for help is so important. And not enough people do it just because they don't have the courage. It's just that simple little thing. Yeah. And you have to. You know, just think about how far the world would be along, how much further along it would be if people had the courage to ask, right? And sometimes there's so many reasons why, right? But that's a really good tip. And I'm glad I asked that question, because that's absolutely true.
I think just not making these assumptions that people make, like, oh, I'm not going to ask them, they're not going to want to hear it. You don't know until you ask.
Right.
So, and, be kind on yourself. That would be the other thing. Treat yourself the way you treat others. We are so harsh on ourselves. We would never treat another human the way we treat ourselves. So just know that you love what you're doing. You will succeed. Don't give up. Sometimes we think they're these failures, these bumps in the road. They're not. They're actually, they're not happening to us. They're happening for us. Sometimes it's just like telling us, pivot that way. We need to go a different direction. These aren't failures. They're just steps to get to where you need to go. And not to focus on those bumps and failures that aren't failures. They're just, sometimes the universe is protecting you and you don't know it.
You're 100% correct. And wow, you're incredible. And you've learned a lot over the years. So hopefully lots of people listen and they can learn from you, because that's important. And asking for help is very important. Absolutely. This is going to be a tough one, Christina, but I have to ask it.
I'm scared.
No, it's okay, because you've had so many. What's your biggest accomplishment?
Being a good mother.
What was it?
I think being a good mother.
Oh,
that's nice.
Oh, I just want to hug you through the screen.
Oh,
that is
I'm coming to New York soon. I'll hug you then.
Virtual hug, yes.
Big hug. No, I think setting a good example for my children. They've told me that my lectures on drugs and alcohol and working hard were dumb, were lame actually. And my example of how I conduct myself and how I treat people were much more impactful. So I try to have a good work ethic and a good attitude and to be positive. But great accomplishments. I'm the new beauty expert on NBC on California Live.
Woo! Yeah, congrats. That's awesome.
Thank you. So that's a big accomplishment. I feel really great about that. And having a company that has no debt.
Wow.
We are solid after all these years and the pandemic and all the other craziness that's gone on in the world. So I think I have great representation. My agents, I have 3 different agents that represent me, and with Ford, New York, LA, Chicago, Miami. So I'm proud of all, and my agent Keith with Zenobia and Brandy Moore. I'm grateful to have these amazing agents that, allow me to go work on these fantastic jobs. I worked with Bachelor Nation a couple weeks ago in Pebble Beach, and that was fun. And with Tyler and Wells Adams and Chris Harrison from The Bachelor. So I have a lot of really cool people that I am blessed to work with.
Well, you know what? It's because you're cool and you're working hard, and a business with no debt today. That is huge. And I don't know.
Miracle of all miracles.
And I don't know how many people can say that, especially a self-funded business. So kudos to you. You are one impressive and incredible woman. And I'm so honored and thankful to have you on the show today. Really, truly am. Absolutely. Do you have a dream person you'd like to work with, even though you've knocked pretty much all of them out of the park?
So many faces. Oh my gosh. Scarlett Johansson, Nicole Kidman.
Oh, that's amazing.
Halle Berry. I mean, I can't, there's so many gorgeous faces out there. I would love to get my makeup brushes on.
Awesome. What do you find is the most rewarding thing for you after you've completed a shoot and use your product? And, what do you find to be the most rewarding thing? Once you see that ad go up or that commercial done, or wow, you just did the Super Bowl, like, do you sleep after that? Because I wouldn't.
Oh, I do. It's exactly. I am tired. I think just seeing my client look like the best version of themselves, but actually feel like the best versions of themselves. A lot of my job is not just making them look fantastic, but sometimes they're not in a good mood, or they didn't sleep well, or they're not in a good place. So I try to make sure that they have water, food. I get my aromatherapy oils out. I massage their hands. Wow. That is like a big thing. My clients, I had one of my clients that just fall asleep. Ben Higgins from The Bachelor. He was like this from my hand massage. But so that just kind of puts people in a good space. The camera doesn't lie. And so you can be the greatest actor in the world, but if your eyes say everything. So I really try to make my clients feel as the best versions of themselves, besides looking like the best versions of themselves.
Oh, that's amazing.
That is so amazing.
Looking and feeling are interesting, right? Because when you feel a certain way, you project it. Like you say, eyes don't lie. Your body language doesn't lie. If you've lost weight, you feel more confident. If, all of those things matter, and your look matters. But like you said, I've never met a makeup artist that does that aromatherapy, makes you feel really good.
Also, the makeup artist is often the last person that we as artists hang out with before we go on stage, and it's the person that sets us up right before we go on. So the fact that that is their experience must just be incredible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They need you for that. And they'll probably request you for those reasons, It's incredible. Yeah. All right, we're going to play a little game, my friend. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. So we're going to do this or that. This game we play all the time on the show, but I want to hear from you. And we always like to take a little guess beforehand. So we're going to ask a question like lip liner or mascara, which one's more important, and we'll take a guess on what we think you're going to say, and then you tell us. All right, so Here we go. You ready?
Sounds fun.
All right, so this or that. And what do you think's more important, and what do you think she's going to say? Lip liner or mascara?
I think she's going to say lip liner because of what she said about lips and the new product.
I like that idea, but without mascara,
yeah,
your eyes are light, but you need a lip. That's a tough one. All right, Christina, what do you got for us?
Mascara.
Oh!
Really? So go blank, but you need the eyes.
Love it. Yeah,
all right. What about contour or blush? What do you think she's going to say?
Maybe blush.
I think contour.
Blush.
Oh, all right. I'm going to, sometimes, you have a little, you got to contour that nose to make it look nice. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do it properly.
It's the 4-minute makeup that we do. It takes 2 seconds. Matte or lip gloss? Matte lip or lip gloss? I think matte.
I think she's going to say gloss. I prefer a gloss.
Gloss, for
sure. Dang, I'm
out.
Oh, jeez. Natural or full glam?
I reckon you're going to say natural.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, definitely.
Yep. Bold lip or bold eyeliner? Ooh, this one's tough. Bold lip.
I would actually go with bold eyeliner.
All right.
Makes me feel more awake. What about you?
Eyeliner.
Oh my God, you got them all, Harriet. Brushes or sponges? I'm going sponge.
I reckon you'll probably say brushes.
Yeah, she's going to say brushes.
Brushes for sure.
Yep. I like sponges because that little whiteness underneath,
nice.
Red or nude? Nude.
For lips?
Yeah.
I reckon you're going to say nude.
Nude.
Definitely.
Setting spray or setting powder?
Ooh. I reckon that you'll probably say spray, maybe.
I think spray.
Is this for a photo shoot or life?
Oh.
So I'll say this. For a photo shoot, setting powder. For life, spray.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for playing with us, Christina. Thank you. That was so great. She's amazing. Okay, so I have a couple more questions about your makeup line. Pretty Girl Makeup, tell us about some of the other things that you offer other than the lip gloss.
Well, at the beginning, I had everything from foundations, eyeliner, eyeshadows. But in the last few years, I shrunk it to just lips because I knew we were going to expand. And so right now with the new company, with I'm Too Busy, we are going to have skincare. We're going to have makeup. And it's going to have, honestly, everything that you need and nothing more. Skincare is super important. I speak a lot about beauty from the inside out, and it's not, obviously it's about being happy and having love and being positive, but it's also nutrition and water and exercise and rest, sleep. It's not called beauty sleep. It's not a wives' tale. It's real. And so all of the things, I want to educate people. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living. I wake up every morning and have a glass of water with lemon juice. I have green juice every day, and I throw it in the blender and make with power greens and grapefruit juice and blueberries and ginger and green apple, celery. I have that every day because it takes away inflammation. It's just so good for you. You're putting life into your body. All the chlorophyll, the oxygen, it's going into your body. It's going to make your skin look amazing. I can tell so much when I'm working on a face what their dietary habits are, what their sleep habits are, if they drink, if they smoke. I know it all in like 1 second. So I really want people to feel good. It's not just about the makeup, and it's not covering up. It's not superficial. It's to be the best. Why would you not want to be the best version of yourself in all aspects of your health, your wellness, your work ethic, everything? And I think it all stems at the beginning from what you're putting into your body every day.
Absolutely. And you have such a dewy glow. I was just admiring your cheekbones, and I'm like, oh, I need that. You have such a nice glow, and you can see it's radiating, like you said, your diet. You could see it. I mean, it's literally radiating her skin. And, it's interesting as moms, and, I want to talk a little bit about your kids too, because you brought up a few points about them that I just want to encourage other women to get out there and do the dreams that they want to do as mothers. It's important. 5 kids, no less. Incredible. Yeah. That's a round of applause right there. Doing so much, getting that sleep and hydrating and taking care of yourself to the nth degree, but being a mom and owning a business and doing all of this traveling, how did you do it all? How are you doing it?
Well, my kids are all pretty much grown except for the little ones. And I had nannies when they were little, and I didn't do as much as I do now. When they were little, I was very present. I was lucky being a makeup artist and having my company. I worked out of my house, or I did photo shoots, or I, worked on weddings on the weekends. So I was a very present mother. And I still am, but it's not like, my kids are grown out of college, and one's in college and one's in high school. And he's a competitive golfer. My 2 sons are actually, one of my daughters played Division I golf as well. So I think just being there for them and doing everything I can and setting the example of a good work ethic and loving what I do. I have always told them, figure out what you love doing and then what you would do for free, and then figure out how to get paid.
You know what? You're amazing, because I'll tell you, that is exactly that's the right advice to give to the youth. And thank you for sharing your story and to being such an inspiration to so many and to your own kids. I mean, they probably really appreciate you and all you've done for them and getting them to go after their dream. Pro golf is not something every parent would support. They'd say something like, get a corporate job. Like, just having a mom that's that cool is awesome. And thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing your story. And I want to let people know where they can find you again online.
You can go to ChristinaFlach.com and to PrettyGirlMakeup.com. We're offering a 20% discount to your listeners with discount code PrettyGirl for 20% off. And on Instagram, Christina Flach Makeup, and Pretty Girl Makeup is PrettyGirlMKUP. We're on TikTok, and I'm Too Busy is coming soon.
Woo! We can't wait. And I can't wait to check out I'm Too Busy. And we are your supporters. And I can't wait to try the makeup. I'm going on right now to get my 20%. Make sure you do too. Pretty Girl Makeup, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. We will see you soon. Thank you. This episode is sponsored by J'adore Fine Jewelry. Visit JadoreFineJewelry.com.